We come to Singapore to study engineering, but most of us will not choose biology as our majors. And our university is different from the other two because we have biology lessons in bridging courses. So why do we have to study biology? Let's get started with my story. I just can't play this game well.
And Liu has been an example already. Neil Harbinson, the world's first cyborg, has managed to hear the colors. He was born with a chromatopsia that results in seeing only in grayscale, and he is known for being the first person in the world with an antenna implanted in his skull. His antenna sends audible vibrations through his skull to report information to him. This picture shows the basic structures of this device, sensor in chip, and application is also developed to assist the process. Now, let's watch some videos and show how these technologies work.
Sounds like here for each color. So, this is the sound of yellow. So it's kind of like a pink higher frequency.
A frequency shift.
This is the sound of my jacket. So I'm wearing electronic music.
Now, let's have a closer look at this device, which is called as iBoard by Neil. The process of the transformation can be divided into 3 steps. Firstly, a sensor detects the frequency of the color in front of Neil and transmits it through the chip installed on the back of his head. Then, the chip converts the color into sound waves. Each color corresponds to a musical note. At last, these sound waves travel through his skull using bone conduction and arrive at Neil's auditory system. As a result, Neil has his own spectrum. As the picture here shows, for example, listening to Mozart is a yellow experience. The color of the outfit he wore at TED sounded like a major C chord. He can even hear colors that are invisible to human eyes, such as infrared and ultraviolet. Neil has also created pieces from speeches by 2 different historical figures, Martin Luther King and Adolf Hitler. Here are the 2 pictures. You can choose one that you prefer. Neil said that most people change their preference when he tells them that the one on the left is Hitler's. To end with, we should all think that knowledge comes from our senses. So, if we extend our senses, we will consequently extend our knowledge.
Damn it! My legs.
However, our hope is not lost. Aimed at helping people to work, to live independently rather than rely on others, the medical exoskeleton came out. It can also be applied to medical treatments, improving people's perception and the ability to control their muscles. To begin with, let's have a look at the basic units of exoskeleton. They are the sensor, we can also call them the human intention estimator, the motor, providing power, and the last one, the holder, which can hold the user's body. The first part is the sensor, which can help us catch the biosignals, recognize the user's motion, and transfer them into mechanic instructions. It can also help to keep the balance when the user is walking. In this field, there are 2 main kinds of sensors. The first one is a remote controller, which can be like a device that the users can hold in hand, or like an app that can be downloaded to phones. Then is a technology using EMG, the bioelectric signals that are sent to muscles by the brain lake on skin surface. Using the biology technology, the detector, which only attaches to the user's skin, can read EMG. It can recognize what sort of motion the user intends and control the power unit. The next one is the motor, which is also called the power unit. The places we install the motors should match positions of main joints and muscles that we usually use when walking. The emphasis is usually at the hip bone, the knees, and the ankles. By studying the movements of these places that people make when working, scientists gather the statistics and create working models with biological technology, and then apply them to the design of the modern movement, combining the biology and engineering so that the movements are more similar to the real working process. As for the structure unit, the design fits human body curve perfectly. The human engineering is always applied to this design. Human's body is absolutely different from the machines. The mechanic devices can turn 360 degrees easily, but our human joints cannot do so. The key point of the structure design is to make exoskeleton more like a real human's body. With the help of exoskeleton and bioengineering, people who suffer from paralysis and also the senior citizens who might be too weak to walk themselves can live independently with dignity. It will also be possible for those who has spinal cord injuries to recover or at least make movement. Although the exoskeleton still faces many problems like the high prices or the accuracy of the signals the sensor reads, one thing is for sure. With the help of cooperation of biology and engineering, more people can live a different life.
Oh, damn it, it's hard again. Fortunately, we have a unique solution for this kind of problem. That is ergonomics. Ergonomics is the application of psychological and physiological principles to the engineering and design of products, processes, and systems. The goal of ergonomics is to reduce human error, increase productivity, and enhance comfort. Elements like arthritis, which Tony is suffering from, is common for those who rely on computer to complete their work or to play. Because using computer means that you will spend a lot of time with mice and keyboards. Then there will be a problem. With any normal keyboard, you need to move your arm closer and bend your wrists outward. And when using mechanical keyboards, which are much thicker than normal keyboards, you need to raise your wrist and forearm to compensate. This will lead to the three musketeers of repetitive injuries: pronation, extension, and ulnar deviation. One common solution is to include a foldable stand on the back of the keyboard, which can tilt the keyboard to make it a little bit more comfortable. Some manufacturer will also include a wrist rest for you to place the back of your palm. But why don't we change the shape of keyboards? Or we can move the keys. Or even raise some keys. Or to push it to the edge, how about remove those keys? We need to make clear that ergonomically designed products are not always effective, like the three-dimensional keyboard or the keyboard with no keys. But this kind of design may be useful under some circumstances. Like for people with arm prosthesis, arthritis, or other finger dexterity impairments. Also, it is found to be appealing to people with autism because the letters and colors are both arranged in a logical way. As you can see on the chart, many autists can actually type faster using this keyboard. So, after all this, how does the combination of biology and engineering make our life better exactly? In my opinion, the key aim is to make a user-friendly machine, not a machine-friendly user.
Nowadays, the great trend of combining biology and with engineering is becoming more and more popular. Not only the prosthetic devices and ergonomically designed products listed above, but also many other fields, such as using biomimicry innovations for sustainable energy, producing new and safer food, are related to this gradually growing subject. We are all human beings, and we learn biology, thus we can apply the knowledge we learned to design and create products that are more human-friendly and suitable for our using habits, and eventually to be beneficial to ourselves and all human beings. This is our original intention to study biology to become an engineer in the future.